Hello, welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK. I want to talk about dandelions. Do you love them or do you hate them? I absolutely adore them, but my other half, he hates them. He wants rid. So in this video, I'm going to tell you some amazing things about these beautiful, humble little plants. And hopefully, if you hate them, this might just change your opinion. Now that's a big lump of oasis, and I've just started sticking some dandelions in there, and already it's starting to look like a beautiful little flower arrangement. Imagine if that was full of a crown of dandelions, and then imagine the magic happening when you add some of these Spanish bluebells, which are also abundant in my garden at the moment. So there's the first benefit: free plants out of your garden, which are abundant, which you can use in a beautiful table arrangement. You could even just put a glass of them in the centre, and you can talk about all these points that I'm about to share with you. So benefit number one: free flowers for a flower arrangement. Incidentally, if you want to get your daffodils to stand up like this, get yourself some plant wire. This cost me about £10, I think it was, and I'll use it for all kinds of things in the garden. Snip a bit off, and you will notice that the dandelion stalk is a hollow tube. So you can put that up the centre of the hollow tube and push it into your oasis, and that will remain upright. You can even bend them into little curves if you wish. So there we go. Let's get on to benefit number two. Well, actually, I'm going to call this benefit 1A because it's part of the same thing. It's just the fact that they look so beautiful. If you practice some mindfulness and just stop and have a look at the structure of that flower head, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a tiny little chrysanthemum in a way. And those things develop into those beautiful little clock things that you blow, and they're the seed heads, and that's why they're so abundant. And incidentally, if you want to put one of those seed heads in there without it all blowing all over your dining room, spray it with some hairspray before you cut it, and then you can keep it in your flower arrangement in one piece. And they really are quite eye-catching. So there's 1B. Let's get on to a proper benefit, benefit number two. Now, benefit number two is not about me. It's about the insects. Insects come out of hibernation in the springtime, and they need food, they need nectar. And these are one of the first flowers to appear. They are a rich source of nectar for those pollinating insects as they emerge from hibernation. So please don't go around cutting them all off. Leave some for the insects. What do insects attract to the garden? Birds. So point number three is all about biodiversity. If you leave these in the garden, you won't just attract insects, you'll attract birds as well. Talking of birds, benefit number four. When this becomes a seed head, it's food for bullfinches, goldfinches and yellow finches, and they need those seeds in the garden for their chicks. So there's another benefit of this incredibly humble but amazing flower. Benefit number five: soil health. I've dug one up here. I've tried to get it all, but I didn't quite get it all because some of the root did get snapped off. And there's another one with a nice bit of root on it. Soil health. That taproot goes deep into the soil, so it aerates the soil and it helps with drainage. Not only that, it draws up nutrients from deep and brings it up towards the surface, which are then available to other plants in the same soil. So the humble dandelion with this deep root helps with your soil structure and your soil health. Now, talking of health, this is an ancient medicinal remedy. Apparently, it can help with stomach complaints, and it can also help with kidney complaints and liver complaints. So there's another benefit of this plant. But whilst I'm on medicinal, let's talk about vitamins. Every single part of the plant, including the root, the stalks, and the leaves, and the flowers, is edible. The root can be eaten, can be boiled like a carrot. The leaves, larger ones, when they get bigger, you can boil them like spinach to take away the bitterness. And the small baby leaves, which have just emerged, they can be eaten in salads. and every part of the plant is edible and it's free and it's rich in vitamins A, C and K. So there you go, even more benefits of the dandelion. It sometimes surprises me that we don't use this more as a food crop because they're so abundant. We could feed the world for free. Now, sadly, my friend Pippa lost her mum recently, and her mum used to compare herself to the dandelion. Why is that the case? Well, despite being in poor health, she clung on, and apparently you couldn't get rid of her, just like you can't get rid of dandelions. So Pippa now, every time she sees a dandelion, is reminded of her mum. And that's an interesting point, because if you snap off a bit of root and plant it, it can regenerate into a new plant. So there we go, a resilient and free edible plant. And my final benefit is about mood. This helps my mood, this beautiful yellow colour in the springtime. It reminds me that spring is just around the corner. But also I remember my mood as a child when we used to blow the clocks, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock and so on. Made me happy. So there we go, another benefit of the humble dandelion, the mood effect. So please don't be disparaging to the humble dandelion. Dandelions have feelings too. Not forgetting dandelion and burdock, that lovely drink that you get from the chippy on a Friday night. See you soon for some more dandelion adventures. Bye for now.